All right, this is objective 3 for the exponents and exponential functions power focus area, and it's all about working between logs and exponents. So the first kind of problem you're gonna see is gonna use the word evaluate. It's gonna say evaluate this log. So when you see evaluate, you're going to use Desmos to figure out your answer. So I'm gonna type this first log, log 4 of 1,000 into Desmos. So here's my Desmos screen, and how to get that log, you're gonna pull up this keyboard at the very bottom, and you're gonna go to the functions over here, and then under the very last column, the miscellaneous functions, make sure you choose the log that gives you an option to put a number down low. So this log A, and then you'll see what it looks like up here. So again, my question was evaluating log 4 of 1,000. And then you can see the answer right here. Now it's a decimal, a long decimal, but just use the first 3 numbers. So 4.98, that would be my answer to log 4 1,000. So let's just go through and evaluate these other 2 log expressions. This one is log 2 of 2/3. So I'm just gonna keep this log up here, but just change the 4 to a 2. Oh, whoopsies. The 4 to a 2. Okay, and then the 1,000 was 2/3. So 2 divided by 3. There's my log. Again, it's a pretty long decimal. There's a negative out front, so I'm gonna use negative 0.48. That becomes my answer, negative 0.58, sorry, it was 58. Okay, and then the last one is log 3 of 32. Again, I'm just gonna change the log I already have up here. So this is gonna become log 3, and inside the parentheses is 32. My answer, I'm just gonna put 3.15. 3.15. So those are pretty simple. You're just evaluating those logs. Okay, the next couple examples are a little different. You will not need Desmos for these. And we're gonna use this little equation up top here of how to go from a log to an exponent. So, and all you're doing is you're just matching up the different spots. Like this B is gonna become your big B. The A in parentheses is gonna be the number that's on the other side of the equal sign, and the C is gonna become your exponent. So let's see how this is actually gonna work. Yeah, we're converting from a log to an exponent. So this first one here says log x y equals 17, and it's gonna ask you to convert this to an exponent. So I see that the x is in my B spot, and that's gonna become my big B. So let's write x first. Then I see that what B is being raised up in the exponent to is C. And C is found on the other side of my equal sign, which is 17. So this becomes X with the 17 up high. And then last, what it's equaling, my A, is the number that's next to that little number, which is Y. So this is my new equation that I converted from log to exponent. That'd be your answer. Okay, next one. Let's try this again. Here it says log 10x equals negative 2. Well, I know that my 10 is in that B spot, and that's gonna become my big number. So let's put that out first, 10. And then I know that the exponent is C, the one it's being raised to, is whatever number's on the other side of that equal sign. For me, that's a negative 2, so this becomes 10 to the negative 2nd. And then last, whatever I'm equaling is A, which is that number that's next to your little number, or it could be a letter, which in this case is X. So right now I have 10 to the negative 2nd equals X. Well, remember, we can never ever have a negative exponent. So how you're gonna write this is you always put it under 1 to make it positive. So 1 over 10 squared. Well, what is 10 squared? If you put in your calculator, that makes it 100, so your answer becomes 1 over 100. Let's do the next 2 just to kind of get some more practice in. So what's in my B spot? It's a 6. What's in my C spot, or that number being raised up high? It's that number on the other side, or letter, which is an X. And then last, what's it gonna equal? It's gonna equal this number in the parentheses, 1/2. This is your final answer. It's not gonna ask you to solve, that's your final answer. Last one, we're gonna convert this to an exponent. So the number in my B spot is 3. The number it's being raised to is C, or that number on the other side, 2. And then last, it's going to equal your A, which is X. So this one's not quite down because what is 3 squared? 3 squared, putting your calculator, it equals 9. So they may want you to kind of break it down more. X equals 9.